Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Mark Coates, who recently won his fight on Fusion Fight League. Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
And I think that, at least in my opinion, it was the biggest win of your career because you fought against definitely a dangerous guy, and you looked really good, and you finished him in the second round. But overall, do you consider this one as the biggest one, the biggest victory of your career?
I wouldn't necessarily say my biggest victory, but I think it's a very large victory, especially because he was, 8 wins and 2 losses, extremely high up there, with his level and stuff. He beaten quite a few fighters, so it was an important victory for me, and just kind of makes it tough for me to get easier fights in the future for me. A lot of people that are higher level are the ones that are going to want to be able to fight me instead of getting fights that I are stylistically better for myself.
But I think that in the end, like promoters can try to maybe not use you. It's maybe not the perfect word, but they just put you against some undefeated prospect. But I think that they always can be surprised what you can do in the cage, especially on the ground.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I think that's typically what a lot of promoters end up putting me up against is their undefeated prospects or up and coming prospects that they have going on there, and but it makes a tough matchup for myself because if you look at my record, you see that I've got 14 wins and 11 losses, and a win against me probably looks really good, but a loss against me probably also doesn't look all that fantastic. But it makes a tough fight for me because I'm not an easy win at all.
And about your like next fight, do you have maybe some kind of like timeline on or just plans for the like date of your next fight?
Yeah, right now I'm trying to get matched up potentially for October. So we're just kind of in conversations with the management right now and the fight promotion and an opponent as well.
And actually, I would like also to talk a little bit about a few of your like previous fights because in one of your like last fights, it was a fight against Joe Poirier, who overall is like really good fighter. And to be honest, you looked really good in the first round. You were like hunting for the submission, and in the end, he won this fight in the second round. How did you feel after this kind of fights? So you looked good, but in the end, it's that the result was not perfect for you.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed about that, of course, because I went out in that first round and arguably won the first round by 10-8. I mean, I took his back, dominated position, searched for a choke the entire round, and then went out and got subbed really quick in the second round, which is super unfortunate for me. A lot of times, me and my teammates back at home want to joke that the only reason that he was able to sub me is because he's got those little 125 pound arms that snuck underneath of my neck and stuff, and that's the only reason why. I just think, unfortunately, I made a mistake and shot a takedown when I shouldn't have, and should have pressured him up against the cage like my normal game plan and pulled him down that way. But it is what it is.
Yes, but probably in the end, even if the result is like the loss, it's good that you looked much better than just good. You looked really, let's say, right, like relentless in the fight. So in the end, there can be some like pluses of this situation.
Oh, absolutely. There's definitely some pluses on it and stuff, and some things that I can look back on that were good and stuff, and the other way as well. I can look back on things that I could have done better. But it's just a learning experience at this point now.
And in last December, you like competed in a kind of show, like it was called Games of the Future. And if you can tell me what exactly was that?
Oh man, Games of the Future. This is the second time that I actually competed for them. The first time it was in Kazan, Russia, and this time it was in Abu Dhabi. The weirdest type of promotion ever, where they brought in people from all over the world to be able to play video games. and to be able to do the or physical aspect of the sport. So it was not only like fighting, but there was basketball, there was shooting, there was, racing games. And for the fighting aspect, the first year we played Mortal Kombat, and we literally did it in the middle of the cage. They brought down a TV in the middle of the cage. We played Mortal Kombat against each other. Raised the TV back up, threw Vaseline on, and then we fought. This year it was Fatal Fury fighting championships that we did in Abu Dhabi, and we did it outside of the ring this time, which personally, in my opinion, I think it was way cooler to actually do it inside of the ring in the middle of it with the TV coming down and stuff. But of course, they probably had specific things that they had to be required to do with over there in Abu Dhabi to make sure that it was okay to have the fight go on. Um, Weirdest type of event I think I've ever experienced. But I am so happy that I got to be able to take part in it, and I look forward to hopefully future opportunities. I know that they've got one that they're doing this year as well, but I'm not sure if our team was invited back yet.
Yes, and also I believe that at least last time you had a few of your like training partners there.
Yep, absolutely. I was able to this time. I got message from the gentleman that contacted me for the Kazan, Russia, and originally they only needed one person to go down there. But then a week later afterwards, they had asked if, hey, do you guys happen to have a 170 that need to go down? And I was with my training partner Jose Mendez at that exact moment. I was like, yeah, I've got someone that right now that'll go down, and we've even got someone that'll help coach as well. His brother Eric Mendez. And then when Eric ended up coming down, he swapped spots with Lee Morrison and then ended up fighting anyways. So it's kind of worked out perfect for all of us.
Yes, but definitely a kind of like unusual and crazy experience, and just cool to have something like this in your life.
Absolutely, absolutely. Wild and such a crazy experience. And I'm super grateful to have experienced it.
And you are like overall a really experienced MMA fighter, but you made your amateur debut in 2011, if I'm correct, and you were like super young, 16.
Yep, correct. 2 days after I turned 16, I fought my first amateur fight against a 28-year-old man, and ended up winning that fight by like a really messed up looking triangle, but it worked. I got the win.
So in the end, you can because like 15 years, it's like a really really long time. So you can see how like overall the sport improved from the something maybe not underground because it's not like 90s, but different kind of thing to actually one of the biggest probably like sports in the world right now.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of gotten away from the blood sport aspect that a lot of people kind of thought of it back in like the early 2010 area or whatnot. They just kept kind of looking at it like, oh man, these guys are just getting in the cage and they're punching each other in the face and just bleeding everywhere and this and that. And it's not good for your health. And now, fortunately for today's day, there everything's a lot more regulated, and I mean, the fans are massive for the sport, so I'm super happy for that and to be able to watch it grow from such a smaller aspect to what it is now. And even when I started in 2010, it was way less before then.
And like before your first amateur fight, how much of the overall like experience in any combat sport did you have?
Very little. I just got beat up by my brother a whole lot. My older brother is about 5 years older than me, and he just kind of picked on me a lot and beat me up a lot growing up, and that was the only combat sports I had was just getting bullied by my older brother.
And overall, the first combat sport that you ever train, is it like jujitsu? Because obviously in your fights you are like specialists on the ground. So was it like the beginning of your journey?
So when I first started MMA, I didn't have any training or background or anything. I just fought, and then I got offered by Frank Arnett at Martial Arts America with Austin Arnett down there in Lucin, Idaho, to go ahead and train there for free. And I did. I accepted that offer, and I think I just ended up developing faster in the grappling aspect. I didn't have anything prior of knowledge or anything. I mean, I didn't even do wrestling in school or anything. I played football in school. I did track while I was in school. So when I started training, I just started developing underneath the grappling aspect a lot better. And now I just absolutely love the MMA grappling.
And about your like ground game, what is your favorite submission? Because in the end, I believe that you had the rear naked choke is the like on the paper the favorite submission. But when you are in the cage, what is like the perfect way to finish a fight?
Yeah, I'd probably say rear naked choke is probably one of my more favorite ones, just because I'm pretty dominant in that spot. Once I get people's back and I have their back, my back control, my body lock set in, I feel like they ain't going anywhere. I'm finishing the fight right there.
And is it like some maybe crazy submission that you would like to win your fight with?
I think it'd be really cool to get like a twister in a fight, or I've also thought since my early beginning days of amateur, a Kimura would be really cool to get as well. But it's just it's tough to get those specific submissions. A twister and a Kimura don't necessarily come too easy.
Yes, and I believe that twisters in the UFC it's four or five. It's like
Yep.
definitely not a huge amount.
Yep. Correct. Yeah, I think there's only four or five, and I want to say they just recently had another one. Or maybe it was no, I'm thinking the Sulov stretch. I think is the submission that they just had in the UFC. That was a pretty rare one as well.
And also at the like beginning or the first part of your career, you also fought against Sean O'Malley.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
at that point when you faced him, did you did you know that he may be as a big star as he is now?
No, I had no idea who he was at the time. I mean, I had a different management team at the time, and they kind of told me that the fight was going to be a pro-am card. What they didn't tell me is that me and Sean were the only pro fight on the entire card. So it was just, and the card was called O'Malley's Homecoming as well. So I just kind of came into enemy territory, no matter what. Getting into that fight, I don't think there was a way that I was going to end up winning it if it went to decision.
But in the end, he's like another really good fighter that you had the opportunity to face. So I think that also it shows how good you are and how long your career actually is.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a huge opportunity for me and stuff, and that's another thing that a lot of people, when they get opportunities to face me, they got to really look deep into my record and realize like, oh man, this guy's fought this person, they fought this person. You got to really kind of look a little closer.
And about your future, do you have like some specific goals? So maybe you would like to be in some kind of promotion, be a regional champion, anything that you would like to achieve in maybe like next 3 or 4 years?
So in the next 3 or 4 years, I mean, it'd be really cool if, like for Fusion Fight League or something like that, if I fought for one of their titles or something like that, that'd be pretty cool. Um, Either that or just being a regional scene demon, continuously fighting people on the regional scene and winning good fights, and just enjoying it. I like to be able to get traveling opportunities, to go places and to see things and to fight, to have some fun. If a big promotion wants to pick me up, I'm definitely for it. I know that a lot of our teammates are currently in conversations with Ryzen right now, and I think that'd be a really cool opportunity as well. So maybe I win my next fight and continue to pester my management about potentially getting over there in Japan to fight for Ryzen. I think that'd be really awesome, and I think they'd really enjoy me over there.
So if you could pick one country to fight in, would it be like Japan or something
Yeah,
something else?
Japan, Japan would be pretty sick. I think that would be really awesome. Either
Yes,
that, Thailand would be pretty cool as well.
yes, in like Japan is like something like cool about this country and fighting. Of course, like it was like a pride for many years, but there is some maybe like magic in Japan.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm just really big on on all the, I mean, the anime is really cool over there as well. So that'd be a pretty cool experience to be able to see all that stuff and what's going on. And it's just the the culture and the beauty of everything that they have going on over there. I think it would be a really cool experience.
And right now you are with Revolution MMA team.
Correct.
And when did you join the team? So was it a like first full MMA gym that you started your journey?
The first MMA gym that I started my journey with was actually Arnett's Martial Arts down there in Lucin, Idaho, with Austin Arnett and Frank Arnett. We called it Martial Arts America at the time. We were Team Execution. I trained there for the first 3 or 4 years of my career, the entirety of my amateur career, and the first three fights of my pro career. And then I moved to Spokane, Washington, where I ended up training at Warrior Camp for the next 7 years. And from there, I just kind of, moving around and stuff, kind of swapped back to my old gym down there with Austin Arnett at Martial Arts America. Now I'm back up here in Spokane again, but instead of popping back at Warrior Camp like I originally did, a few different of the members that were at Warrior Camp separated off and created their own gym called the Revolution, where I'm at now. That's Eric Mendez, Jose Mendez, Derry Alderman. They created their own gym. And that's where I kind of filtered off to, and I'm very appreciative for them to have me a part of their gym because I live at the gym, the Revolution, myself right now with my dog, and I'm just wildly grateful for the opportunity to be able to live and train at this gym with them.
And are you also a like coach to the younger fighters, or just a fighter?
I'm not like I wouldn't call myself a coach personally, but I definitely am a role model for a lot of the younger fighters and stuff. And I definitely help out with any of the cases when it comes to cornering or fighters got specific events coming up and whatnot.
Yes, and like in many areas of life, but also in MMA, there is no substitute for experience. You can be like super talented, undefeated, but in the end, you didn't spend this much of the time in the cage, in the training room. So its experience is nothing like experience.
Absolutely, it's extremely important to have experience, and that's something that I definitely bring to the table when it comes to any of the fighters and people that we have at our gym. Is that I've got that veteran experience, and I've been doing this for 15 years now.
Okay, Mark, so many thanks for the time and for conversation. I hope that your next fight will be as good as your last one, that you will win against like really good fighter, and that we can see you also in the next games of the future to making you the veteran of this tournament.
Absolutely, absolutely. I look forward to that too. I can't wait for that.